In this example, we need to complete the conjecture. The product of any two odd numbers is something. Well, let's just see what happens if we take the product of any two odd numbers. So product means multiply. And any two odd numbers, well, let's go 3 times 5. That's 15. We could do 7 times 3. That's 21. We could do 9 times 11. That's 99. Or we could do maybe 5 times 13. And that's going to be 65. It looks like the product of any two odd numbers is also odd. So that is a possible conjecture we could make based on this limited number of examples. Here's another conjecture. If the sum of two numbers is positive, then the numbers must be, and at first glance, we need to get rid of this is here. At first glance you can say, well, hey, if the sum of two numbers is positive, then the numbers must be positive themselves. That is a possible conjecture you could make. We're not asked to figure out if it's false or true, but this one actually is false. Just so you know, don't want to have any misconfusion for later on. The sum of two numbers, so here's two numbers, the sum of these is positive, then the numbers must be positive, but one could be negative. One thing we could maybe change this conjecture to be would be that the larger number, or that's kind of bad. At least one of them, maybe that would be a good idea. At least one needs to be positive. Here's a conjecture: the sum of two numbers is always blank than both numbers, and we could say maybe larger or bigger if you wanted to. Unfortunately, this is also false. So at first thought, maybe this seems to be the case. It's a conjecture, it could be true or false. But I do want to make sure you know this is false. If you have -5 and you add -7, you get -12. And so this statement reads, the sum of two numbers is always larger than both numbers. And here's the sum of two numbers, and it's actually smaller or more negative than those two numbers are.